So, our senior year, a bunch of us, everybody started bringing lunch pails to school. Well, anyway, you know how that started? I would put my lunch in Patty Alcott's locker, and the book squashed it, my sandwich. So I said, I'm tired of eating squashed sandwiches. So I went and got a lunch pail stole it from Wings Market. That was my parents' party.
Oh, no.
And then the story goes, everybody started bringing them, a lot of people, and so Rogowski was trying to track down, why did this start? How did this start? And he tracks it back down to me and he goes, you did it!
The doors are
It's locked, huh?
it's locked.
I'm Joe.
Joe, look at it.
But anyways, yeah, the original library.
Okay, so here. You guys can look inside.
Yes,
Yeah.
glass and chocolate.
Yeah.
Whoa, look at the window. Yeah. This is really cool.
I think after lunch I would go in the library and study before class or something.
I never went.
You could actually study it. That's pretty impressive. The other one, where we have the music, that was the library. It was tiny.
It was real tiny.
There was. Oh wow! Look at this. Now this would have been where. Hi, we're old people that are coming back to our high school. This is our 50th. There are a few more of them in there.
Taking us. Where'd you duck hunt with your dad in Los Angeles?
No, we didn't go to Los Angeles. We went to Calusa and the Sacramento Valley.
Oh yeah, I did shoot the steak, so.
And my mom goes, well, I don't know if you should be wearing it. You should probably be wearing a dress. I'm like, I don't think so. I think I'll do it. But I can't even imagine,
Now batting before Jared Draper.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Kind of. Yeah, it was kind of. I think sports was still like happy. Some of the other high schools back 50 years ago, but these are really nice. I think they're comparable to most of the schools. I don't know.
So much on the track statistics here is Mike Terrell, and there's a basketball game that's still Mike Terrell. It was Pat Mantola was a year before us, yeah, or after us, 72. It's been a while since you guys have done anything basketball, huh?
Yeah, it's been a bit.
You know, you guys don't have like midget league. I went to UC Davis and we had midget league. 5, 10, good fun. So let me tell you guys the story, and you can pass it on to everybody else because it became part of our senior prank. Danny Wilson used to play, he was the coach, basketball coach, so we'd play basketball with him. He would put his keys down right over there, right at the door. So one of the guys picked them up, ran them down to the hardware store and made keys. They had keys to every room in the whole store. And then we went into the office and put in a guy named Mike Gleason.
Yes, he went to another school and
No,
graduated.
he didn't exist. And we graduated him. We made it. Well, no, the Holly Coleman's boyfriend came over to walk graduation with us, and we put him in the yearbook too.
But that was his name. That was his name, though. Was Mike Gleason.
No, Mike Gleason was the name that. I know this one, Sally, because
Okay, all right.
I'm going to tell you who came up with the idea. I'm not going to say I was part of it, but it was me. Oh God, I can't say his name because he's an appellate judge. John
Wiley.
John W. and Alec McLean. We're sitting there in Irwin's geometry class, and we're sitting there and saying, the seniors had just done a prank, and it was just some asinine thing. We thought, we got to do a better one than this.
They stacked the garbage cans on top of the
Yeah,
gym.
that's
On the-
right.
Yeah, on top
it was
of the
really
gym.
dumb. So we said we're gonna, and then I don't know how it came up, but I think Alex said, they don't even know everybody was here, and that was when we said, well, we ought to just graduate a guy that doesn't exist. And then they go, what name should we use? And then I think somebody said Jackie Gleason, who was the old comedian on television. And then we go, nah, that's too obvious. And then someone came up with Mike Gleason. And so Mike Gleason walked graduation with us.
Really?
He got a standing ovation, and the parents were sitting there saying, who is this guy?
And the staff the same thing.
Yeah, they didn't have any
know.
idea.
They didn't know. And he
They
had
didn't.
records. He had.
Here's what you know how we did that? We went in, I didn't do it. But somebody went in and opened the door. We didn't want to screw up the curve. So he obviously failed everything, but we gave him C's. They gave him C's so that he would pass. And so the hardest one to get by was PE. Baroni,
Yes, no kidding.
Baroni would sit there and go, Gleason! And then somebody at the end would go, here. And they'd mark him as present. But he still failed, and we gave him all C's, and that's how Mike Gleason, look in class of 71, you will see Mike Gleason picture and graduated with us.
Whose picture was it?
It was Holly
It was
Coleman's
Bill's boyfriend, and he had graduated the year before from Prospect.
Prospect High, yeah.
From Prospect High.
And that was our senior prank. And Trimble retired after that. That was our last year for Principal Trimble. And I thought, I hope we didn't make him retire because of that.
Yeah.
We were a mischievous
He was really old. Well, we were more creative than the other group.
Someone would down. Anyway, we were the girls' we call it the girls' gym.
And unfortunately,
But now it's already like varsity and JV.
Yeah.
This is how we used to come in. We used to come in that door, and this was the door. Oh, they still have the crash bars. Okay, so here's how you guys open it. You stick a hanger through here. You stick a hanger through here, and then you pull down on it.
Okay.
That's how we used to
do
come
they
in.
still have an entrance from the girls' locker room over here?
Probably
Go
put a
over
plate
with that
here.
one.
I mean, there used to be an
keep that in
entrance
mind.
down here at the very top. At the very top. That went into the girls' locker room. Yeah, it looks like that. So. And we have too many girls Yeah, we've come over here to the window. So where that map center was, or whatever it was, but that's where.
You didn't play a musical instrument, did you, Jay?
Just the guitar.
Okay.
But I didn't play in high school. But I did play in elementary school in Salinas.
What did you play?
Trumpet. And I made the county-wide band. I was so bad, they were playing 64th notes, and I had a hard time on quarters.
They were bad, huh?
Oh, they were good.
They were good.
They were really good. I mean, it was mostly Hispanic guys from down in Salinas. wood. They were so good. And I'd sit there watching, well, how can you even know when to do a 64th note? Wow. So McAfee paid for all this, huh? He met an interesting demise. What a colorful life.
Like, what happened to him?
I think he got murdered, didn't he, down in the Caribbean someplace? John McAfee? Yeah, Google search him. It's kind of
Yeah, I
interesting.
will. I will.
He kind of got seduced by the dark side.
Nice to have that. Nice to have the benefactor name.
He was a software manufacturer,
Yeah,
security.
yeah. McAfee software.
Mm-hmm.
His kids went here.
Oh,
That makes sense. Well, this school has been rated very high in California.
yeah. In the nation, I think.
You
Yeah.
know, back in the 50s and 60s, a lot of mafia families from the East Coast came out to Santa Clara County because it was considered a safe zone, definitely. And so everybody knew that they were mafia families, but there was no killings or anything. This was the peace zone. And we had one guy graduated class of 70. Well, I can't remember his name, but anyway, the graduation, 2 goons come in and stop the graduation.
Really?
And said,
Really?
come here, what was his name? Charles? No. Anyway, come on, I'll just pick up the name. Come here, Johnny. He goes, Daddy sent you something from Sicily. There was a Maserati sitting out in the parking lot. But his father couldn't come back. What was that guy's name? It was the leader of Velvet. He was such an asshole. But anyway.
Wow, this is amazing. Look at this.
But that was the history back then. There was a total mafia influence there. And the DA's son was in our class. Burton, yeah, Louis Burton was the DA. And his son got convicted of murder.
Really?
Back, about 20 years ago.
Still in jail or prison.
He's still in prison. No, somebody said he got out on early.
Oh, really?
2012.
Yeah, read it.
Wow, look at this.
Yep, that's it.
It's so much more prevalent today than high school suicide.
When I went to UC Davis, and we got jumpers. They would go to the top of Rack Hall. It was the highest building, about 5 stories, and they would jump. And I thought, wow, that's what they're going to educate you to do.
Continue to get more research.
That's good. That's good. It's better than just suck them up.
Yeah, it's much better.
Huh?
You gotta be tough. Be a man.
Well, that's probably a much better location for us when we had it before. Because it was way over in the back behind the gym. So it was kind of like, of course, like, didn't have quite the fears that we have here. Do you guys do practices for shootings?
The main office.
We do like a run,
Yeah.
like kind
Way over there.
Yeah.
It was in the portables over there.
Yeah?
I mean, that's the thing, was never.
That's when those guys snuck in and changed the
Well,
grades.
we had more of And then the one over is
Protest was the French and German teacher. He was
science.
he fled during World War II and ended up becoming a teacher. And he became he was really a taskmaster. He would throw chalk at you or throw the eraser across the board. And then he would have was it a red stick? Was it red
Yeah, it's red stick. The Buckle Rouge, and he would, I think that Ainsley,
Like this.
Jim Ainsley, and he was the other, his friend, they sat on either side of me, and because they weren't allowed to sit next to each other in the front row, and so we'd come up and he'd tap on my desk, and they'd go, and it's like, it'd be a heart attack. And I tried to keep a blood profile just because they used to do these movies that would just, just scare the shit out of you.
What do you think about it?
Yeah, well,
Okay.